Hey Aquarius, how are you guys? So we're going to do a real quick reading. I just want to tell you what I'm getting already in the pre-shuffle. Destiny, some sort of destiny coming through already, very strong in the pre-shuffle. And there's passion, spark, forward motion, something that's almost like bursting at the seams. I don't know if it's an emotion or action or I don't know, we'll dive in, but it's something. Here's cooperation. Somebody's feeling like overwhelmed with love or passion or drive, something. There's some strong action coming through. So anyway, just want to share that because I thought it was pretty powerful. How are you? Let's go ahead and see what is going on for you guys in love. So my readings are timeless. So of course, it's kind of, my intention is for them to be, for those of you who watch monthly for the next month, but I also put the intention that they find people at the right time. So if you find them, much later, then the intention is that that's the way it's supposed to happen. So, Hangman. Okay, so somebody look at that eye. See the third eye? Ooh, somebody's seeing things, somebody's awakening. This is seeing things from a different perspective. The Hangman is someone who purposely looks at things from a new perspective. Okay, hold on. I'm feeling something else here. Threes. Threes might be important or relevant to you somehow. Okay. I didn't ask any questions yet. So I'm going to put these back because I didn't ask questions. But here, clarifying the Hangman, we've got the Page of Swords, which is that very curious energy. Yeah, it's investigative. Somebody's really looking. Okay, I'm going to keep them out, but we'll ask some specific questions. We have the Hangman, which is got somebody really looking into things and trying to see things from a different perspective. And then the Page of Swords, could be somebody watching somebody else, or investigative. This is a very investigative energy. I also see these people dancing. Power. Y'all's energy is super strong. You're going to get a strong reading. All right. So the person on your mind. Let's look at them first. The person or situation on your mind. Okay, so Knight of Swords. Somebody, again, this is probably communication coming in, somebody coming in quick. It does look very, with the swords, it's clear and direct. Okay. It's intentional. Okay, there's intention to it. There's a purpose, a plan. There's a strong direction leading this whatever's incoming. Okay. Oh wow, Ten of Cups. Yeah, so here's that emotion. The Ten of Cups is a lot of love, a lot of emotion, deep-rooted emotions. Ten of Cups is kind of like, it's an overwhelm. It's like I said in the beginning, it's a burst of love, and this really has an element of somebody realizing, coming to a realization about how much love or passion there is and wanting to do something about it. Let's do one more. Nine of Emotions, abundance. Wow. Just for a few of you, this might be somebody that kind of feels that real strong love and then retracts a little bit. It's just kind of try to let it sink in and make sure. But for, the majority, this card is Nine of Emotions. Again, it's abundance. It's blessings. I feel like somebody is like, you know what, I'm just ready to make things happen, or have everything go in my way, or not deprive myself anymore of what I truly want, something like that. Okay, so that's the person. The person energy that you're dealing with. Let's look at your energy. How do you feel towards them? Wow, the Empress, there's the 3. So I'm feeling 3s. The Empress, so Libran energy. Again, this is kind of, you know, this does have that element of bursting, you know, with love. If you look closely at this card, the Empress is somebody, she's in her power for sure, but she doesn't have to really even say anything. It just exudes out of her. She has all the traits of all the queens, you know. She's like the queen bee of tarot. Self-love, that's a great place to be if that's what's going on with you. 3 of emotions. So 3 of cups. The 3 of emotions is union, it's friendship. I feel like this could be union with oneself. See how there's these 3, but they all kind of come out of her. It could be friendships, but somebody is becoming aligned and happy within themselves. Maybe you've learned to a little bit about self-abandonment and not abandoning yourself and your needs for others. Some sort of inner self-union. I think it's making you very attractive. Mostly, what's so amazing about it is that it's making you attractive to yourself. You know, there's a self-empowerment here. Okay, so we also have the 5 of emotions, which we'll clarify because that's typically sadness. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, let's take a peek. 7 of swords. So this is usually wearing a false mask. Somebody's realizing a false mask. See that 2 of wands. Which way do I want to go? Look how these cards. This is crazy. So see this 2 of inspiration. This is usually, it's 2 of wands. It's a choice. Do I go this way? And this direction is, see, there's a portal here. And it's looking and seeing. Again, we have an element of looking and discovery and seeing. Maybe there's a major revelation here about how, you know, I'm going to say we, but I'm talking about you, and I'm going to include me in it because most of, you know, a lot of the lessons that come through in the tarot for me, for y'all, I can personally relate to. But this is kind of like, look what I've, you know, do I want to go this way where I kind of abandon myself and my true needs and feelings and emotions, where I don't speak my truth and I kind of dim my own light? Or this 8 of emotions is forward motion. There's another portal. And this is passion, and it is communication. It could be travel, but these cards seem to go together pretty well. And then this 8 of inspiration. Oh, 8 of emotions. I'm sorry. 8 of emotions. Okay, 8 of cups. I'm sorry, you guys. 8 of wands. So I was kind of reading this card as I was showing you this card. So 8 of cups, 8 of wands. This is forward motion with passion and direction. And this 8 of emotions, this 8 of cups is leaving something. So there is a major change going on for you where you may just be coming to the realization of, oh my gosh, I was self-abandoned. I've not been true to myself. I've pretended to be okay when I wasn't, or my needs weren't important, or I just put the emphasis on others' needs. I didn't speak my true mind. So there is some definite elements going on with that. Okay, back to the person. So that's beautiful. So you're in a very big glow up element of glowing up, becoming yourself. Tell me about this 5 of emotions. I think we already have a good handle on that. But Queen of Cups. You have a lot of love and a lot of emotion. I feel like, Aquarius, you may have felt the need to suppress it in the past. Yeah, look. The fear of judgment. Three of Voices. Broken heart. I might be rejected. There's an inner child wound, looks like. Could be from parents. We got Emperor, Empress here. Could be a twin flame scenario. So, tell me about the three of fours. Oh, there's the 3 again. Remember, we got 3, 3, 3. I told you in the very beginning I felt 3s. And here they are. So you guys keep your eye out for 3s. Because there might be a message, you know. Like if you see 333 or you come across a bunch of 3s, then just when you catch it, kind of think about what you were doing or thinking about. Because there might be a message in that for you. 4 materials. Okay, so the Queen of Emotions, that's somebody that has a whole lot of love to give. That may be, you may be shorting yourself true love or being able to show or share your emotions. One on the Queen of Emotions. 9 of Voices, so 9 of Swords. Yeah, that's like being wounded. We just talked about that childhood wounding. I feel like you're on the way out of it, though. Okay, let's get back to your person. So that's you looking really beautiful, glowing up, maybe doing the inner work. It's painful. It's ongoing. Unfortunately, when I started doing shadow work, I was like, oh, this is going to be the year. I'm going to get this over with. Ha, ha, ha. Doesn't work like that. It does get better, but it's, you know, it's not easy. Okay, so Knight of Materials. That's takes time. Steady, slow progress. Just what I was saying. The Tower in reverse. So some tower happened. You may not see all the benefits of it yet, but there were. Okay, let's go to your person. Okay, 7 of Wands. Looks like they're breaking free from something too, where they've been restricted. They're maybe starting to stand up for themselves. What is this person that Aquarius is thinking about? What are their true feelings towards Aquarius? Queen of Voices. So clear and direct. Somebody that is deliberate with what they say. Somebody that can cut things out. I wonder if they thought you cut them out. 7 of Wands. Holding their ground. One more on that, please. Towards Aquarius. Their energy towards Aquarius. Besides, I mean, we're building on the, we are building on the Hangman and the Page of Voices, which is when what came through was they were looking into things, they're learning, they're growing, they're looking at things different, they're seeing things differently. There's probably a decision. Wow, stability, 6 of Pentacles, generosity, beauty. They're seeing things different. We said that in the beginning, I know. How do they view the situation with Aquarius? Okay. Oops. Wow. 2 people. So maybe this person, most of the time in tarot, it's like one of the other person isn't able to give or show enough love. I'm feeling like this one, in this reading, it's maybe you guys. So, but they're wanting equal. 2 of Cups is 2 people who love each other, 2 people who give, 2 people who show it. So, and it does look like this person is trying to figure out what to say. We've got Page of Inspiration, which is message. This person may be trying to come up with the exact perfect text, which, you know, when we do that, we're really just kind of, and this person may be stuck in the drama triangle, you know, where they're trying to figure out the right way to say things so that they get the reaction they want, which we've all done. Hopefully a lot of us have learned not to do. So when we communicate, we really just need to say how we feel. When this happened, I felt X, Y, Z, right? We shouldn't, when we find ourselves having to manipulate the text or really put a lot of energy into how to word it, we're probably, you know, either in some sort of victim or, manipulation type energy. And I'm not saying it's even in a bad way or it's even on purpose, but rather than just being our free, true, authentic self who's able to say this, when this happened, X, Y, or Z, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, Z, I felt X, Y, Z. I felt sad. I felt worried. I felt unloved. I felt unimportant. So there's an element here of learning how to communicate very authentically. I feel like it's you may be coming to that place and maybe you're noticing that they are not, or that they struggle with it. So, King of Wands. So this person is looking into action. I think, let's see if we can get some advice. They're coming towards you for sure. Somebody is coming towards you. They may be putting a little too much thought into it. It's almost like they're a bit intimidated by you, but that doesn't really make sense if you're in your authentic energy. Because that it's almost like, it's kind of like they're trying to figure out how to come towards you, but if you're in your authentic energy, they really shouldn't be so intimidated by you. They might be intimidated by you. Wow, okay, so the High Priestess. Why the High Priestess? Oh my gosh. Okay, there's a strong message here because I just put this back. The Five of Materials in reverse. So, and my cards are not in reverse, so we're going to pay extra attention to this. The Five of Pentacles is, it's feeling left out and abandoned, not cared about anymore. You guys may mirror each other in this area, but it's upside down. So somebody is really realizing with this High Priestess, whoops, they don't want to be left out in the cold, and they're trying to reverse it. And there's the Knight of Pentacles again. So I think this person knows they have to come in strong and stable. Your advice is screaming authenticity. Don't, overthink your text and your messages and what you're going to say. Just, this is how I feel. This is what I want. I want a strong, healthy relationship. Is that what you want? Because I respect, that we could want different things. But for me, I want a strong, healthy relationship. Two people who want it, two people who show up for it and put effort into it and work through conflict. Once you get to a point where you should be before you commit to someone, you got to be able to say that, right? If you can't say that, then, you're not at that place yet. You definitely don't want to tie yourself up for someone that can't tell you that. 9 of Wands. Yeah, so, okay. So, there's one more thing I want to say. So, when this 9 of Wands is like, it's been going on for a while. It's a burden. It's a lot of weight. It's heavy. When we are really hoping, and I don't know if this is you or them because I'm picking it up as them. So it could be cross-watcher energy or it could be you. But when somebody is really putting a lot of their happiness or their mood or their burden on what somebody else does, like, I'm out of whack right now, I'm feeling anxious and I'm triggered and I feel unloved, and the only thing that's going to make me feel better is for this person to say XYZ or want to see me or to call me back or to text me. When you have your happiness relying on someone else's action, that's a very heavy, unempowering place to be. And just these couple things I'm going to say may sound a little cold and crude, but just let me share that I've been there. So it's kind of like I woke up one day and I was like, who am I? Who am I to expect them to do and say things the way I want them to? When we never really even got into an agreement or a contract that they would. They didn't agree to do that, to cater to my insecurities. Or so it's like when we're like, I'll just feel better if they text me back. I'll just feel better if they do this. I'll just feel better if they, XYZ. It's never ending. And our happiness cannot rely on someone else's actions or feeding our insecurities. That's where we've got to really take a step back. And I'm really studying a lot of this stuff so I can share this stuff with you guys. I mean, I'm studying it like 4 hours a day. But when we find ourselves waiting or relying on someone else's action or words or attention or soothing for our well-being or our feeling okay, where it's like, I'm not going to be okay. I'm just not okay until I hear back from them, or until I know that they love me, or until I know that. This one we got to kind of take a step back and go, what? Wait, what? Right? We've got to, kind of like a light bulb has to come on and say, well, that's kind of silly. I mean, nobody is, even in the best relationships, people aren't always going to be able to tend to your insecurities at all times, right? We've got to work on those things. And I am learning a whole lot about that. Yeah, look at that. So I would say shift your energy to other things that you can work on. You can't have all your, so the foundation, you've got these pillars, you got family, you got friends, you got job, finance, projects, health. So they're all pillars holding up your foundation. Well, you don't want only one pillar holding up your happiness, which say this is love or your romance. And if it comes crumbling down, then your foundation, everything falls apart, or it feels so heavy if it gets a crack. But if you have all these other pillars that you're feeding, family, health, your purpose, all these, your community, meaning friends, that way when one cracks, you're still strong. Okay? It's like we need to have our cup. We cannot rely on, I know I'm just driving this home and I'm so sorry. Y'all talk to me in the comments. Let's talk in the comments. But if there's only one pillar, there's too much attention relying on one area. And it's kind of setting that person up to fail us, because nobody can all be there for every bit of your happiness. There's like a childhood wound. I feel like you guys are figuring this out. I hope I'm just confirming that. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Let me see. Is there anything else? Okay, one more. Can we get one more card overall? Okay, best possible outcome here. Somebody is somebody's coming in. Looks like they're seeing you differently. Looks like you've grown. This whole thing may be a warning not to regress. Justice. Things are balancing out. Don't lose that progress. Remember. Keep strong, stay in your power. In your power and this, I'm just going to show you because it won't leave me alone. This World card, again, it breaks down to a 3. 3s are powerful here, but this is a cycle coming to completion. I think this reading really landed on that. So best possible outcome is the Emperor. You guys the cycle is ending. What about best possible outcome with this person? It's what you create. So the Magician is it's strong Aries energy here, but this is it can become what you want it to become. So just be careful what you wish for is what I'm thinking too. Well, happiness, growth. The Sun. All right, I love you guys. Very deep reading. Love you so much. Let me know in the comments. I will see you soon. Bye, Aquarius.